In sports, good afternoon, Rabbi. In sports, there are two types of players, Nevei. There are two types of players in sports, Ravari. There's certain players who know nothing of the history of their sport. They're even introduced to older players. A guy's on the Mets, and like George Foster comes back to the locker room like, yo, I don't know you. Like, and they give attitude, like even, you're washed up, I don't care about you. It's a certain guy. And then they're the athletes that like, they give respect as real. Like the old player comes and there's like a certain, I always admire that second guy because it's a certain presentness. He's playing and making millions a year. People built his sport that allow him to play. And there's a beauty to like somebody who's just like present, who's aware. Like don't be dumb. Be aware, be present. A big part of speaking, my son Maishi gave a prab in a school, a big trick to speaking. If I would say the number one trick, I would tell everybody here, the number one, Rabbi Kalish, good to see you. The number one trick, Alicia, to speaking, my son Maishi gave a shiur today in a yeshiva, and we were talking about it, the number one, and there's certainly techniques of shiurim, all that. The number one thing is be there. I'm sitting here right now. I ran a lot today. I've been in Boston. I've been back, interviews. I want to be in front of the Chevron. Nissim, I want to be with you. Now, I don't want to say tricks, because tricks are stupid. I'm talking about like techniques. They're ideas, Yechiel. How do you make yourself present? By the way, feel your chair. Feel your chair. It's a nice chair. See, the table's a little messy, but it's fun. It's like a nice type of mess, shtickle. I always clash. They be clean. There's something nice about this mess, but I like absorbing. Like get yourself comfortable, be present. The number one thing to speaking is get yourself present. Whoa, who asked me to speak? That's why Chazal say you should speak about the host. People start their speech, Ari, this is like the worst. Like Chazal told me, you're missing the Chazal. You're being very formal, I promise. That's not what Chazal meant. The words of Chazal are peichsin, you start with the honor of your host. So people like are very formal with that. You're like missing out. What Chazal are saying is who invited you. It's a very big thing when you speak. Absorb it. It's not what you... The saying it means that you're like... Before you ask anybody else to be at your speech, are you at your speech? You could come here, you're running, you're busy, you're this. Like, see, you weren't there and you want people at your chair also. You're not there. Be present. Like understand, be present to something, be there. The athlete who really shows up to his game says there's a history here. Somebody built my sport. The good, I guarantee you, people are talking about this Knicks guard. I guarantee you he knows old Knicks and respects them. I guarantee you. I've gotten like a feel, the guy has some dignity. He has some dignity. I guarantee you that he knows the old players and respects them. It's intelligent. You're part of a community. Hey, who built this community? It's not like a crazy, when you're at a speech, you start with the host. Who brought you here? Like, that's how you come to the speech. It's not like a Chazal are saying something intelligent. You should ask, 1 second, I'm here. It's like a Sheva, somebody's getting married. It's hard because you're nervous. You're speaking at a Sheva Brachas. The first thing is you can relax. Who's making the Sheva Brachas? Who invited you? Who asked? What do they want you to do here? But like, be present to it. It's hard, Maish, because your brain is racing. I'm speaking. Breathe, be present. I used to watch my Rebbe before he would talk in a speech was like elite. I can't prove this because it was no words. Whenever he spoke, there was a lot of silence at the beginning. The big people I know before they speak, they never like come and speak. It's like, whoa. I spoke in my daughter's school and I was rushing from here to go to the Beis Yaakov and I ran. It's like they didn't know. I relaxed. All the girls were my friends' kids. It was like funny, right? With Snicky's daughters were there, other people. I'm not coming to just speak. Whoa, I looking around like my friends' kids. It was like so nice. Oh, it was like all my friends' children are there. Absorb that, be present to that, and then you've arrived. Now you can ask people, come, let's meet. I want to express to the guys, you're in a yeshiva, we can run, somebody built this place. There are people, we spoke yesterday, Rav Ari, it was Rabbi Oberlander's yard site, and we had a gathering in the yeshiva. Easily, it made it harder. I could have just gathered the Rebbeim Moshe. It actually made it harder to have the guys, because the guys didn't know him. If we sat, me, Reb Ezi, Reb Russ, all the people that knew him, we could talk in a certain way, because we're not like teaching each other who he was. We know who he was. It made it a little bit tricky. We're talking about guys who are not with us, so let me tell you a little about him. I wanted to get lost in memories. When I think of Rabbi Oberlander, I have a lot of happy memories, challenging memories, complicated, just amazing stuff. We went through together for years, running a yeshiva for a decade. 7 years we ran the high school, and years before we were running parts of the Beis Medrash together. So there were memories and recollections. A little bit I got lost, and somebody pointed out, Kalish, you're not here. I don't know what you just said. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm here, I'm back. Because they were asking for a speech. I didn't want to give a speech. But, so why did we ask the whole yeshiva to come Nissim? Because I want guys to be present people. You're in a yeshiva, people built your yeshiva. I want to express, I'm not saying this, Rav Ari Mendel was, how many years ago were you in yeshiva, Rav Ari? Feels like 5. You're done with us. 25? I'm 27. You're like 24. So it's funny. We say numbers. He was here 25 years ago. I want to express this. I'm not saying this. A yeshiva is not walls. We're not the tables here. That's cute. It's true. It's part. Has a schus, this piece of wood to be here. The yeshiva is people who've grown, who've invested. The yeshiva has been a progression. There's a lot of collective wisdom here. A lot of collective experience, a lot of service, a lot of courage, a lot of tears, there's stories here of people who and together we've evolved, we've grown, we've been impacted. Rav Ari Mendel is one of the early guys in the yeshiva who changed my life. And it's a middle of going on. I'm not saying anything exaggerated. A kid was here today, visiting the yeshiva, checking it out for next year. He lost his mind from this place. He's saying, who thought of this? And the answer is no one person thought of this. It wouldn't be true. It's not true. Nobody dreamed of this. I never dreamed of this. He asked me, did you plan this? No. I definitely cared about people and care about people. And then we learned with the guys. We're learning. We're in the middle. And what's it going to be? We're just evolving. We're growing. We're learning. We're studying. I met Ari Garfield only a couple of years ago. And I'm changing. I was talking to Hudi. We were driving back from Boston. I talking about Ari's. From the biggest we've had here, Ari Garfield. We have people, real people, growing, figuring out, talking. I met Azriel only 2 years ago. We became close. And we're learning and growing. I want to welcome Rav Ari Mendel back to yeshiva, but I want you to know, you meet somebody in a secular school. I want to say this. Rav Elisha, I want to express this. Graduation typically is one big farce. Because people, let's say you graduate in a secular school, take a math book. Who's the honoree at the graduation? The math book. You should put the math books in front. People just finish the math book. So Mazel Tov, kiss the math book. We should speak about the different math books that we learn. And they got a new group, read the math book. And a new group. It's not about the people, it's about the curriculum. So the curriculum finished another year. People. So you should sit up all the curriculum, I think, should get at the front. We should hug and kiss, speak about how special the curriculum. The mamish, the curriculum, the book did another year, and another group read it. That's a secular school. A yeshiva is about people, about a person's journey. There are no books, no curriculum, none of that stuff. That's not the story. The story is Maish. Maish, you're the story. A week from Thursday night, I want to go celebrate you. Your journey of growth. He's a guy every day sitting at Shir Rai Silverman. Are you punished if you don't go to Shir? No. Should I know, is anybody paying you to go to Shir? Do your parents give you some? Maybe there's why do you go to Shir every day?
I like it.
I want to learn. Why does he go to Shir? I want to be there. There's something I get from you. It's your story. You're finishing, that's a graduation. People. who grew, who put in, who figured out. Here's a celebration of people. There's no curriculum. Have a curriculum. Don't. It's people. It's people's story, people's journey. If they learned something, they learned this book. We're not celebrating the books. We're celebrating people. People. Torah is the marriage of a human being learning Torah, how it filters through the person. It's people. So I want to express that, Rav, when a guy comes, is not another guy who read the same book as you. When I talk older, he's young, we're both still kids. I promise we're in the middle of our journey, struggling, figuring out. When somebody comes, we yesterday had a day for Oberlander. Ari was, were you friends Al-Bachar? He was already teaching here when you came, is that true? Was he a Bachar when you came?
He wasn't married. We were a couple
Really? That's amazing. He was here with Ray Oberlander's journey. So I want to express, and one day, Nissim, when I introduce you one day in 10 years, you have a beautiful family, a guy sitting here, you impacted us. You didn't come study in a place. Your sincerity, your smile. I wanted a guy visiting yeshiva. I call over Bachram when a guy visits. Why are you calling over Bachram? In a secular school, don't call everybody over. Show them the math book. This is the book we read. Who you are, who he is. Here, I bring Nissim over. I want a guy to meet. There's people's stories. That's what the yeshiva is. People's stories. That's what the yeshiva is. So I want to welcome Rav Ari Mendel back home. He's Mei's Tata. I'm the Mendel family, the Mendel family, the amount they've given the yeshiva, Rav Ari's family. Rav Ari's father gave up his life being there for Yidden. He gave up his life. He was a Hatzalah member who was there constantly for Yidden. Mamish was there for Yidden. Many tzaddikim and gedolim, he was there, and many Yidden he helped and was involved with. This yeshiva helped out a lot. Used to have a parlor meeting yearly in Reb Beinish Mendel's house, in Rav Ari's house. Yearly was hosted. The mama, the holy mama, she should be gesund to live many years. Mrs. Mendel has hosted guys hundreds of times. Many of our guys there, Shabbos, Sudas, Shabbos, Pesach. For years, she's hosted guys in Yeshiva Pesach. This is like a family that's connected in a very, very deep way to the yeshiva. It's amazing how many years the Beis Medrash, the Masifta, right, Oberlander's journey, how many years the Mendel family, their Kaihanim, the Kaihanim Gedolim. It's funny that always Yitzi Mendel led the Kaihanim here. Somebody recently said we have to practice the songs because we lost our Kohen Gadol. Yitzi's not here. Yitzi was the pashut that helped to organize. There's always one kohen who makes sure everybody's on the same page. Otherwise, you have a guy saying shalom, two guys are still in the middle of singing, a third guy, there's a little. So one of the guys, one of the Kayanim said to me, we need a choir practice, or he said, Rebbe, appoint a Kohen Gadol. Appoint one of the Kayanim to be a Kohen Gadol, because Yitz was our Kohen Gadol. One of the Kayanim said to me, Harry. So I really want to appreciate that Ari is back in yeshiva. It's a joy to have you here. What you built, you have a chelik. A guy grows a maish, you put in your sincerity. You have a chelik years to come of guys' growth here. You came, you developed, you learned by your Rebbe, you also made a Rebbe. I want to express this also. We're seeing Rai Silverman's a massive impact in yeshiva. The guys make the Rebbe. It's always funny to me. It says asay l'charav. It should say learn by. What's asay? In a certain way, the Talmud builds the Rebbe. Wow. The Talmud builds the Rebbe. I told guys, tell me if you're maskamari. Guys in the yeshiva in Baltimore are looking for a Rav right now. I told them, don't get a finished product. That's not a good idea. Get a Rav you make. A bacher in this yeshiva told his grandfather said to him, Nunu, why aren't you married yet? So he said, I'm looking for grandma. The grandmother's in Olam HaEmes. She's a big tzaddikas. So he said, I'm looking for grandma. So the Zayda said, you don't marry grandma, you make grandma. Something so deep and true. It's true. You don't marry grandma, you make grandma. By respecting, by appreciating. You don't hire a Rav. If somebody could hire, I'm not talking about age. Talking about a growing, the worst chill, people think like a certain famous Rav, if we could get him, it would be bad for you. He's already made, he won't grow with you. It's a bad chill. The best Rabbanim make mistakes and they grow up with their shul. The best couples grow up together. My wife and I grew up together. We made mistakes. We figured out. You grow up. It's called Eishes Nurim. You grow up together. You make each other. You don't find each other. You build each other. That's the best shidduch. If you're looking for a Rav, don't make the mistake, Maish. You don't look for the finish. Oh, that famous Rav. You wouldn't want him unless he's able to make mistakes again and be a baby again. If he's willing to, it's not an age thing. If he's willing not to know and willing, I begged our guys in Baltimore, Ari, hire a Rav who's mamish young, is gonna, and together build each other. You build him, he'll build you. The guys in yeshiva, Asay l'charav, build your Rebbe. Maish gets credit. I was driving with Hudi. They built Rice Silverman. Rice Silverman's big. Together, Rai Russ is Talmidim. It's a compliment. It's not, they built Rai Russ. Rai Russ built them. They built each other. You build the Rebbe, and together you build with. Talmidim, Harbe Lamad Mechaverai, Harbe Lamad Rabbi Say, Mechaver Yasme, Talmid Yasme Kum. There's a press, people learning from each other. So you've just been part of a very, very part of the journey of the yeshiva. I'm thankful you're home, Rav Ari. I'm thankful Meime's here. He's sweet. He belongs to the Mendel family. He's sweet like sugar, and he's cool, and he's fun. So I'm thankful. Meime, thank you for bringing the tackle. I want to share. I owe music to Ari, but I need a first share. I do want to give music to Ari, but I want to. Gabe is right here.
Okay.
I still can't get over that Justin Bieber made a song, Gaby, 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 all about Gaby. And he calls him Gaby. I'm like, I thought I was the only one. I'm like...
Listen to the Justin Bieber.
But, you heard his song, Gaby, Gaby, Gaby? What? Okay, yeah. The kitzer is, Lely, Yechiel, I want you to hear this Gemara. I want to learn a Gemara with the Chevra, one piece. We're not even doing the whole Gemara. I want one piece of the Gemara. It's late in the year. It would be wrong, Azi. The year shouldn't finish without studying this Gemara. It's a Gemara Gittin, Samach Beis Amar Aleph, and it says as follows. Rav Huna, Rav Chisda v'Yasvi, Tu Amayron. Rav Huna and Rav Chisda are sitting. They're sitting. Tu Amayron. Rav Huna and Rav Chisda. Chalif v'Azil Geneva. And a man passes by Geneva. This Yid, a Yid, passes by, and his name is Geneva. Geneva, funny name. It's funny, when I met the Yid next door, when I met my cousin, Shalom Halevi Grzynsky, Shalom Grzynsky next door, the farmer next door, so he tells me, I asked him, are there other Yidden in Durham? He said, not very little. He's been here only 65 years in Durham. So I said, so he said, he says, yeah. There was one guy, he was a Ganav. He said, there was one other Yid, he was a Ganav. Now, he said he was a thief. He said, there was one other Yid, he was a thief. I don't believe he was a thief. The Goyim said, Lashna Yidden don't steal. He wasn't a thief, but the Goyim said, he said there was one other Yid, he was a thief. He lived up the block, he told me he was a thief. It just reminded me, his name Geneva, such an interesting name, Ganav. But Geneva, his name was Geneva. What? Geneva, there's such a place, it's funny. Geneva, maybe the city's named it, good as real. So there was a Yid, Rav Huna and Rav Chisda are sitting, and Geneva, this Yid passes by whose name's Geneva. Amr lechad lechavrei. So one of them, Gabe, listen to this Gemara, Gabe. So, Gabe, listen to the Gemara. So two Amiram are sitting there, Rav Chisda and Rav Huna. Davey, listen to this Gemara, Dave. Rav Huna and Rav Chisda are sitting, and Va'azal Geneva comes by this Yid. Amr lechad lechavrei Yechiel. So one of them says to the other, Neiku mikame, let's stand up for him. Debar Uryanu, he's a Talmud Chacham. It's a mitzvah deraisa. V'adarta pnei zaken, it is a chiyuv. It's a light. It's an opportunity of connection to Hashem. Talmud Chacham comes into the room, you rise, you stand up. So one says, Akiva, that's the halacha. V'adarta pnei zaken, it's a mitzvah. It's an opportunity to connect to God. It's a light. It's a tzivui. It's a chance to connect to Hashem, a chiyuv. That a Talmud Chacham walks into the room, you have to stand up. So Geniva is passing by. So Rav Huna says, one says to the other, let us stand up for him. Debar or he's a Talmud Chacham. Neikum mikame, let's stand up for him, as the halacha dictates. So one says to the other, let's stand up. Now you can ask, why do you have to say that to the other one? Could be the other one didn't see him. We have an opportunity, a Talmud Chacham here. Let's rise. You stand. It's a mitzvah daraisa to stand for the Talmud Chacham. The way I understand the mitzvah daraisa, the simple is you're giving respect. You're standing. Why is that like the respect? Stand up for the Talmud Chacham. All rise. What is that? What is that? The Talmud Chacham walks in and you stand.
You're moved by that.
That's what I think, Dave. Excellent. I think that the Indian is somebody walks into him, we just keep going. Whoa.
Whoa, hey,
CD, thank you.
no.
There was no timing. The CD were all moved by big time. He came to yeshiva and made an impact. Somebody walks in and you don't move is like a shtickle irrelevant to me. I'm busy, It's not necessarily relevant. A Talmud Chacham comes into the room, you rise, means he's relevant to me. It means my life doesn't just get to, Talmud Chacham's here, relevance. It's relevant to me. Whenever you say pshat, you could say your own pshat, Ezra. The halacha is the Talmud Chacham comes in, v'adarta pnei zaken yud. It's a mitzvah daraisa. V'adarta pnei zaken. Chazal teach us in Masechtas Kedushin. A zaken is zeh kana chachma. This person acquired wisdom. So a Talmud Chacham walks in, a kiyum of the mitzvah daraisa, we rise. We're yidden. We stand up. You're at a chasna, and they call up a Rav, a Chash Rav, Ravel Yabrudni, Mechumid, B'Kriyas Ksuba. What do you do when he walks by? Stand up, Akim, get up. V'adarta pnei zaken, mitzvah daraisa. We're born for mitzvahs. It's a big light. Mechabed a Talmud Chacham, mechabed a Torah, mechabed a learner of Torah. You stand up. That's what a yid does. So Geniva is walking by. So Reb Chisda and Rav Huna, one says to the other, no, let's stand up. Mitzvah daraisa. Omar Le, he says back, Umikalmei palga nekum? Should we stand up in front of a divisive person? He's divisive. Divisive means he causes machlokes. He's not somebody who unites. He divides. Palga, he's a divisive person. Wherever he goes, he causes division. There are people that are divisive. He said, don't stand up. It's crazy. Pella. It's a mitzvah daraisa, v'adarta pnei zaken. It's amazing Gemara Gittin Samach Beis. It's a wild Gemara, Yechiel. There's an absolute mitzvah daraisa to stand up for a Talmud Chacham. Says the Gemara back, if the person's divisive, the person's a palga, wherever they go, there's like machlokes, don't stand up. They're not. Somehow that calls into question the Torah they learn. Amazing Gemara. Yehuda, it's a pella. There's an absolute mitzvah daraisa v'adarta pnei zaken to stand up for a Talmud Chacham. It's a mitzvah daraisa. Comes a Gemara Gittin Samach Beis Amar Aleph, and they wanted to stand up. One of the Amoraim said, "No, Geneva is a big Talmud Chacham. Stand up, Talmud Chacham." The other one said back, Ari, he's divisive. Palga. Palga means he makes machlokes. He's divisive. He causes, it's like Tayelis, the tongue is Shaila. He said, don't stand up for him. Don't stand up. He's a palga.
Therefore, he's not a Talmud Chacham?
It's amazing. The amazing. It doesn't say it's not something that he means. He loses the right of the mitzvah daraisa of adarta pnei zaken. He loses. Ari say, what do you mean? He's a Talmud Chacham. It's a pella. It's a what? This is a Gemara again. I'm not making this up. Anybody could study it. Samach Beis, it's a pella. It's a Talmud Chacham. The shteitach in the Torah, v'adarta pnei zaken. Be mechaber a Talmud Chacham. If he's divisive, then he's not Torah. So clearly, and Akiva is stating a fact, that just knowing the Torah is not enough. Clearly, because if just knowing it, maybe he's a big scholar, like Ari, like the Chevra is asking, it doesn't challenge his scholarship. Clearly, in the world of scholarship, he was enough to be considered a learned person. But if he's divisive, the Gemara is saying you don't stand up for him, then he's not connected to his Torah. This is like a crazy window I told the Chevra that Rav Wolbe, when he summed up Torah, Rav Wolbe, who knew Torah a lot, said it's an Olam Hayedidus, a world of friendship. This would be a crazy source to Rav Wolbe. Rav Wolbe, you read this Gemara, it's wild. That it seems that where he went, there was machlokes, that people like that. In his wake, there was always debates and disunion. That's what this person sowed. That's this person created. And says the Gemara, Oy bazai, we shouldn't stand up for him. Then he's not called it. He doesn't have the halachas. He's not an absorber of Torah. Which just says something to us that the world of Torah brings closeness. Olam hayedidus. Rav Wolbe described the world of Torah that it brings people close. Does anybody know another name in Shas for a Talmud Chacham? Ruven Yoina, you're a Talmud Chacham. Please tell the Chevra, in Shas, what is the Talmud Chacham called? Chaver. Crazy. I want you to know, Sakiva. Avram, I need you to know this. We call somebody a Talmud Chacham. In Shas, you know what a Talmud Chacham's called? Chaver, a friend. That's what they're called. Chaver means a Talmud Chacham in Shas. Chaver ein sarach asra means a Talmud Chacham. Chaver means a Talmud Chacham in Shas. Isn't that weird? He's called a Chaver. That's weird. Why is he called a friend? Something about Torah, about a person who absorbs Torah, unites. He's called a friend. He's called somebody chiber. He creates connection. Amazingly, Talmidei Chachamim, in this Gemara it says, Kaiflin Shalom, you say Shalom twice to Talmidei Chachamim. You're supposed to say Shalom, Shalom, like a double. What's the Shalom? Because they're sources of Shalom. They're producers of peace. Talmidei Chachamim cause union, cause connection. If you see it, I have met, not many. I have seen people who are scholars. I've seen not many. Usually it's not this way. I have seen a scholar who's divisive. Wherever he goes, there's like machlokes. I don't know if I would stand up. Lo yodeh. It's not a kiyum of Torah. I'll tell you who I'm talking. I'm just kidding. You don't say names. Think Goyim. There are people where they go, they sow discord. Where they go, they make machlokes. They create.
Any not Jewish person?
Well, non-Jew, no. You want me to give it? I could give a name. I don't want to give a name. I don't even want to say, I don't want to rip a guy. I could give a name. You never met people that in their presence, they cause division. They cause machlokes. They cause this.
They say controversial things.
That wouldn't cause saying, you could have shitas. People have funny shitas, so. What causes... It's interesting. I love you guys. The guys are challenging. So what is that? What's that midah? What's like they want examples of what? Like what do you? Who is that person that causes division? What is that like under? It's a good. I like it.
Funny guy. Yeah.
I like what you're asking. What is that? They're asking. I want to think about it. I love the guys here. Like Kalish. I want to ask. I want to tell you that I'm not sure. I want to think about it. He's giving a name.
I have an idea.
Akiva, are you giving him a name? I thought he was telling him a name, like a guy. Yeah. Akiva's the opposite. You talk about a person who brings unity. It's Akiva. Be'emes, I want to hear Be'emes Chevra. Always, when you want to study something, study its opposite, Maish. You can picture people, put them in a dorm, and more people are close. They unite people. They bring people zusammen. I really want to think about it. Maishla, I be'emes want to think, because it's a good question, like, what is that? Like, what are we talking about? Especially with Tomek Geniva was a person. So what was it? He's a divisive man. I want to ask Ari, because I want Ari and Michal to share with us, what would you say is the midah that makes somebody divisive? You guys are so cool. You don't settle. I like being shallow sometimes, but I hang out with guys that are not shallow. So Moshe and Akiva want to know. So what is that person? It's funny they said on Geniva he's divisive, and somehow he's divisive. Says he's not a Talmud Chacham. So what does that person do that creates machlokes? What is that? Who's the sower of machlokes? Who's like the one in their wake? it's so funny because I'm picturing somebody. I want to like study him now. Who is the person in his wake? People argue. Wherever they leave, oh my gosh, that's like when they're around. Oh no, like
What's
they
that,
just.
What's that guy doing?
What's he do? That's such a good question. I'm really curious, Harry. I need like a pause. Can we have a timeout? Like Gabe, do 4 songs. I want to think. One second. But I want to hear from Michal. I want to hear from Avi. I want the Chevra. Let me just absorb for a minute. It's a good question. Who is that? What does that look like? Called Geneva, divisive, and he has that midah. He's not Tyrannic. So what's that? What's this? So I want to get it. 1 second.
Yeah, we played the phone.
Right, Russ. What would the person look like that would create division? What would be the Geneva's a palga? He's a bal machlokes. What is that? Who's somebody who like creates machlokes? What would be? If you stand by your belief, you can't blame a person who actually has shittas.
Can't see the other side. My eyes, I think I saw.
But it sounds like he. That what?
I think I still remember. He's saying something good though. It's like
He says hot takes.
So that doesn't make machlokes.
he comes in every day.
He brings up a
But
controversial
people like,
topic.
but that it's funny. I like this. This is good. They're asking. So why is it Raisilman? We all would stand up for. We're asking. So they're asking in his share room. The guys are slugging it out. But do people respect each other in that room?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that's not a palga.
You never had that.
Heavy debate, heavy conversation.
The guy
That's
that
not.
calls it
That's.
disrespectful
I would never.
debates.
I would never call him divisive. At the end of the day, does his group like each other?
Yeah.
So then, well, who's that person? You're right. Anybody strong about something will have people have shaitas. You're allowed to have shaitas, and I love a good debate. In that room, the guys are beating each other up. I never call it divisive, right, Russ? What's the word of the divisive man? I need to ask somebody who's like the furthest from it. Avi, what are your tainabs?
Weren't all big villains like weren't they like cause of focus? They were all in
So I love what you're asking because to me it reminds me of what Moshe and Akiva is saying. He's right that big people as real were controversial. They had big shitas. That's not divisive. They could even hold with each other. They had a strong shita.
Well, they were kicked out.
Any-
They were all kicked out. Wasn't the Rambam kicked out? Or Meir Shmuel kicked out?
But the Rambam brought Klal Yisrael together ultimately. It says, Birtzais Hashem Darkeyish, when Hashem likes the ways of man, Gam Oivim Yashlim Ita, even his enemies make up with him. So there I see on big people, the big shit. They describe Rabbi Silverman, the guys love each other. There's good debates. But then there's Ava, there's love. But say there's a Chiddush. Who's the one who's divisive?
I get it. They're populist. I get it. Populist, they get their views on what's popular. I get that.
I know.
But they were kicked out. Was he kicked out? Or
There was definitely. I do want to say that everybody did tshuva. Svarim were written on the tshuva that they did. Everybody worked its way. It was a chiddush tekashita. But you see what it created in its midst is nothing short of peace. I agree. Like what they're describing is there are people. Anybody who has a strong shita, there's going to be some healthy discussion. But what's left is. What do you say, Ari?
Sounds like insecurity.
What do you have to do?
What's
to
that
make
gonna
more
look
people
like?
hate each other?
It's like a divisive person.
Okay.
The guy that knows.
It's funny you say that, Ari. I feel terrible in this term you're allowed to talk about Russia. I don't want to say his name here. The head of the Nazi party, I want to say his name. He was known, it's a style of leadership, by the way. The head of the Nazi party and I've seen this style, people are not as evil, he would purposely get his people working for him all to hate each other. He wanted them hating each other. It was a way of maintaining power. Nobody was too comfortable. So he purposely would pit one against the other. He was insecure, so then he needed people. If everybody around him all gets along, he was afraid they would topple him. So almost to maintain his power, he would get people. He would say to this one bad about that, and this. So everybody was uneasy. and everybody was suspicious. It's a leadership style. I have seen people not as evil do it in subtle ways, get people not to like each other. It's a way of maintaining, there's something about that, of maintaining your power, of having the people around you not trust each other. It's a leadership style, believe it or not. People, that the evil person was known for this. People less evil, or just a little insecure, you've ever heard of such a thing, Gary? People run things and get people against each other, where it keeps things, nobody's too strong, nobody's too secure. It's a leadership style. That's what it reminds me. Mayor.
I don't know how true. A lot of times when there was machlekes and amongst big dialogue, not all the time did they know each other. And a lot of times it can cause separation.
It's very elusive.
I like what you're asking, Mayor. I don't want to force an agenda here. Mayor's saying that I know machleksim and gedolim, and it caused division. I'm not trying to pretend anything to anybody. I can express that the tzaddikim typically we followed were goyim, unification of people uniting typically. I can't. If you tell me a story that was different, we have to study that. The typical, even cases of tzaddikim where there was some division, the long-term thing to me seems people united, people worked out. They're temporary things, but b'rtzais Hashem darkei yish gam oivev yashlamita. Usually, there's a coming together. Could there be an exception? Could there be humanness? Could there be a mistake? Hillel and Shammai ultimately caused a emes hashalom ahevai. They married each other. It produced. We've had many tzaddikim. What?
Cyrus Abbas! What are you going to do? Rav! This is very elusive, this Divisive Guy. What they're trying to do. I think for white level, they're humbling that we see machlekes and Rebbe's making it a little bit.
Somehow this is what this is.
Apple pie together. No, they don't.
This was.
Each other.
Yeah. Reuven Yonah. No.
Now we're my way.
No, I like it. I like Reuven. I like the question.
I like it too.
That when you can eat from all the trees, they ate 1,000 different times from the same tree. You can eat from everything, as long as you're eating mikol. If you're going to come in and you're going to try and rip something out from it, if you take a cup into a river and you take out, so now you're separating your alcohol. You've made problems with that. If you're a person who's nichnas into the Torah, it's true. You'll take the bite from this tree, but you're taking from the stream. You're in the stream. You're not a person who takes out. When you're a person who takes out, so you might have taken something, but you've limited it. When you've limited it like that, so now someone will come in and they'll have a different perspective. You're making it pure. It's the opposite of options. You can all join in the stream. So he has he's there. It's different.
Could I give words? Tell me if I'm aptly saying what you're saying. If I'm not, correct me, because I don't want to be guilty. You said something good. If I could share something with the chevra on this sugya to answer your question, I want to express something. What Maish said, I think Reuven Yonah is saying the same thing, but I want you to call me out if not. What's the palga? Who's the divisive person? So I want to express like this, and I want to tell you about this. Every single beis medrash in the world, including the one you're sitting in now, we're studying truths. They were talking about Silverman Shir, every beis medrash, and we have a few. We have a beis medrash. You have Rabbi Shapiro's beis medrash, and Rabbi Shapiro has a whole Torah that he gives over. Rabbi Russ has a Torah here. He's about Akiva would describe something to me about Rabbi Russ. Describe something amazing. He said it's rare to sit by a shir. He said, I'm sitting by a Rebbe who wants to hear. So everybody wants to say their thing. He said he really wants to hear. That's you're waiting. Okay, I listened enough. Okay, now you guys paid the price. You said, now you're going to listen to me. A guy once said to me, he said, I've listened to hundreds of hours of shiurim. You owe me to listen to me. Like, I've listened enough to you. You listen to That's a good point. Like, Kalish, you spoke so much. Listen a bit. Akiva said about Rai Ras's shir that I've never in my life seen a Rebbe who sits down and wants to hear. Akiva Guggenheim. It's brilliant. It's like, that's a beis medrash. There's a whole beis medrash in that that's crazy. I never heard a shir. Akiva said, I never met a Rebbe in my life, sits down in a shir, and what he wants is to hear. That's wild. That's a beis medrash. So as a base medrash, they're learning a Torah. That's a Torah for itself. You think at a certain point of the year, Russ would stand up and say, I'm part of my English. He would say the SO, shut up everybody. I listened for half, now you listen to me. Akim was like, we're waiting for Russ. Can you imagine? He stands up. He says, Chevra, die! Enough! You all, I've heard about this team, that team. Enough. Now my turn. No. So you go to the end of the year, he wants to hear. That's Akim said, that's a Rebbe I want to hear from. And boy, do we hear. So there's a Beis Medrash here. Beis Medrash next door. There's a Beis Medrash, Rai Silverman. Rai was Snicky, Rai Katz. I went on a walk with the Bacher, was describing to me Rai Katz's Beis Medrash. Amazing. There's a Rai Brownstein Beis. So the Beis Medrash is Rai Zon's Beis Medrash. It's Beis Medrash with a Torah, and people are studying truth. There's truth there. My son Ari, you look at these guys, Reuven Yoina, they've come from a Beis Medrash. Rai Fier's Beis Medrash, Rai Reis's Beis Medrash. The Mamish with truth. I have seen one thing, and this to me is divisive. And I think Reuven Yoina is saying this. I think. Tell me if it rings. Whenever you're studying truth, the danger of thinking you have the only truth. The Torah is big, very big. And taste the truth in context of a big truth. When places, I've not seen this a lot in my life. I've seen this a couple of times in my life. I'm going to use a place, not a yeshiva, because there was once a rehab somewhere. The guy would say over and over and over, nothing else in the world works. I have the only truth. He was a brilliant guy who came to this Beis Medrash. The head came here. I met him. He was brilliant. He was a horrible human being. He was a big Russia. One man's opinion. I'm not sending this shir out. I don't want to announce him as such. But whoever is in charge, it's not going out. We'll erase this line. I found him to be a troubled human being. And people left him eventually. What cued me at first that there was something wrong, he was brilliant. He sat here, he said, I spoke to him for a long time. What cued me something was off, he said, there's not truth anywhere else.
Really?
You're done. I'm done with you. There's not truth. That's a palga. You're divisive. You have an emes? Anybody to say that? We say by goyim, by the way. Chacham by goyim tam. People have truths. To ever have a sense, especially Torah is a world of truth. Torah, you're dipping into a world of truth. When you see the truth that every human being has an ois of Torah, has a chelik of Torah, and you see it as such, and you have your truth, but there's room for others' truths, so then gewaldig, you're a Torah mensch. At the point that you've taken, and this is the only truth, you're palga. Be very wary. I once saw such a Beis Medrash, you don't usually see it. I wouldn't stand up for the Torah there. Where it was a sense everything else is bad. That's a palga. That's divisive. That's crazy. That's crazy. I like yeshivas. Every yeshiva has such a truth. Chavetz Chaim, Philly, Chaim Berlin. Crazy truth. Crazy. Don't lock yourself away from it. Taste your own. Have your Messiah. Don't freeze yourself. Don't exclude yourself. We gather here today. It's one of the last days of Musar of the year. And I want to share things with the Chevra. I want to express we have a Torah here. Don't ever exclude anybody else's truth, ever. You're a palga, you're divisive then. There's a pagam in your very Torah when you do that. When somebody tastes truth, there's a danger to do this. I don't know who Geneva was. And Moshe and Akiva said, we want to meet him. I want to meet him too, because I want to learn what not to be. But I want to express, he tasted truth, but somehow he felt he has the only truth. That's palga, that's divisive. I sometimes hear, did you ever hear Democrats and Republicans argue? I cannot stand when people say Democrats, they're social. There's a lot of truth in Democrat. There's a lot of truth in Republican. I don't mind that somebody's Republican and feels a certain truth that's his neshama. Don't say the whole other side is all sheker. That's so ridiculous. That's like silly. It's really silly. Really. Be a fiery Republican and say overall the Democratic Party is not where you go. They have no truth there? None? You have the monopoly, you have the whole truth. You're crazy to say that. That's a palga, it's a divisive human being. You've tasted emes, gewaldig. Hold on to your emes, enjoy your emes. There's no pieces, Hillel was Hillel, and a fiery Hillel, and argued on Shammai. He acknowledged space for a Shammai. At the point you're a palga, you're divisive, you have the only truth, is the way I'm explaining it, then your Torah is in question. I have seen this. I haven't seen it commonly, but I've seen echoes of this. Be careful. When you taste the truth, every Beis Medrash carries a secret. The guys in Rabbi Silverman Shia walk around with a secret. There's a certain presentness, unforced. To see a place that's the opposite. Checker? Stop. Grab your emes and carry it. Don't passel everything else. That's a palga. That's a divisive person. At the point your emes excludes everybody and passels, you're a palga, then even the emes you have is feltzach. It's missing. It's good to have emes. Hold on. Celebrate your emes. Don't knock everything else. That's a palga. That's a divisive person. That's what I want to say, Ari. I'm admitting. I'm coming with an agenda. I'm admitting. I think this Klal Yisrael has to be united. We have so much truth in our people. And I have an agenda. We can't passel the other. We can't. We have to find a space for the entirety of our people. Don't be... Except for him. Yeah. It's not a Talmud Chacham. If he passels, he's not an absorption of Torah. He's not a Talmud Chacham. This is not an absorption. Reuven Yonah, the idea I'm saying was what you was connected. Was that? I know.
That's Rebbe's.
Yeah. It's my. I like the way you said it. I like what you said. What do you say, Ari? It's interesting, right? Very interesting. Dip into truth and celebrate truth. Don't hustle in your wake and having something. If everything's puzzle, you come with the truth. And let's say a place didn't have that aspect. If you puzzle them, we can't get the light that we need. The light that we need is Sizamen. We need Panavish with Bris, with Chavetz Chaim. All like that light Sizamen. At the point this light knocks that light, so then we're going to be in the dark. We need the light Sizamen. You have something, so then in light of what you have, you actually be secure to see what that is, and the light's Sizamen. For sure. The contrast, and to say the light I give, Hillel said to Shammai, I have a light that I don't see by you. But he also acknowledged he has a light he doesn't see by me. And then together we get Hillel and Shammai. Ha'emes v'ashalom ha'hevoi. We could have them both. So Hillel was stark that Shammai didn't have a light. Chavetz Chaim is stark that there's a light the rest of the world doesn't have, and they have a light. And incorporate and then that light with this. We need all the lights, Sizamen, all the lights together. A palga leaves no room for the other light. That's what I'm suggesting. I don't know I'm right. I don't want to block out any other light. It's one human being. I'm trying to learn. I have the same questions. I love that Akiva and Maish, you guys are meant for Torah. I love that they say a palga, divisive. What is that? Like, show me, tell me a guy who's divisive. Like, what are you talking about? I promise you, that's how you're supposed to learn. You're both Torah people. I beg you, learn Torah, keep learning Torah. That's how you learn. I don't know the answer. So it is divisive. Like, you can learn it childish. I'm giving a certain picture that I bumped into in my life. I bumped in really once in my life. I saw a Beis Medrash. They said there's no truth anywhere. It was like famous in the Beis Medrash. There was a bittul of any other truth. It made me like skeptical. You probably don't have truth. I'm not standing up for that Torah. If there's a light, then there are other lights. Then there's if it's the only mocking, making fun, no other lights, that's a palga, that's divisive. That's exclusion. It's not true. People have a bikush ha'emes to ever. I see a group of goyim, I think they have a light. You're foolish, no, that nothing. There's a light, of course, a human being. Let alone lahavdil, a yid. There's a light that don't knock a base medrash, a community. Nothing. They're all just searching and they're in the dark. Only you find light. That's not. You have a light that you can contrast and share and be frustrated that others don't see your light and fight for your light and express your light and go to war for it. Knowing that this light also has to be seen. Your light must be seen. The world's dark without your light. Fight for your life. Express your light. Bring it out, your light. And leave from his light. A palga only has his light. That's what I don't know I'm right. I don't want to be a pretend, because I don't know in the Gemara, but the Gemara describes a Talmud Chacham, so he had emes, but he's divisive. What is that? I'm claiming there wasn't room for any other emes. There was only his ice. That's the palga. That's divisive wherever you go. It's only this light, no other lights. That's divisive by its essence. That's divisive because there are other lights. Hillel fought for the light of Hillel, but he knew there was a Shammai. That's what I'm bringing up. This rehab, it ended up everybody there like rebelled. It was a cult. It was crazy stuff. I want to say, telling you a story that what clued me that something was off is the man was telling me it's like nobody else has truth. I was like looking at the guy like that's a crazy thing to say. I'm like, what? Why would you think you want to say you have a certain thing to bring? They're missing on. They have a different MS. No MS elsewhere. There was a certain bittle of any other MS. You know what I mean, right? I don't know if everybody's bumped into such a thing in the extreme. They're subtle, and I agree. He could say it's subtle because you could say you have a certain chiddush. Anytime you have a chiddush, the world doesn't know your chiddush. It's your chiddush. Everybody here is an ice. The world has to know your ice, but no, he's an ice too. To tell me there are no other ice, so I'm stupid. It's not. I wish this guy was here now. Maybe not, but I wish he was here. I'd have him speak to you. You'd hear what I mean. Have you ever bumped into this, Ari? The extreme of it. There's a sense only this nowhere else has. There's no truth anywhere? None? What are you, Tiny Ray Levy? No, I want to hear. Share your light.
I think even another level of
Loud.
I think even another level is like being like ready, so that's like being the son of the moon.
Being what?
Being alone to somebody else's son, that you're not even like you believe in too, you're just not able to get that over, so somebody else will get it.
And yeah.
Meaning it's like even maybe more shallow, not more, but like I'm not just like I'm bringing out what you believe into. We all believe in the same thing. We all believe in Hashem, we all believe in the Torah, and I'm bringing out, but you're just not, it's not lighting you up, so you're not able to bring it out, but I'm bringing it out for you. That's how we all like coexist.
I like that vision and that picture. But that acknowledges that there's light by everybody. It acknowledges that. And again, we can each bring out, my light could bring out his light. That's... You've ever encountered the world? I'm discovering echoes of it. They're levels. I'm like thinking, the extreme helps me picture what I'm talking. You've ever acknowledged that? You ever came into contact with such a thing? I've seen it rarely in my life, the extreme. Wow. It's the most divisive. When you're part of that, there's a club that only... Yeah.
This guy's the example.
Yeah. I've seen it twice in a riyab, and I saw it in a yeshiva. A very small, not a famous, I've seen it twice in my life. It was like a mocking of everybody else, a sense that there's no truth elsewhere.
What about Hashem? It's any truth in Christianity or being Muslim?
I think they have some truth. I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all. There are billions of people. I don't agree. Christianity found some truth.
They say it's all garbage. Anything they say
I
is
don't.
But this is
Don't look at it. I'm not coming to criticize you, Rabbi.
Judaism's the only MS?
Only MS. Christianity came from Judaism. Of course they have MS. They have some MS. Of course.
Right, but it's not.
Yes,
The MS.
I'm not saying you're saying people have mistakes. Of course, Hashem Echad is one Hashem. But Christianity, Rev Hirsch says, is a spark of the Messiah. They found some truths from Yiddishkeit, Judeo-Christian values from Yiddishkeit. Nobody looks at anybody and says they're all a bunch of stupid. The world's dumb. You don't. Why would anybody? It's crazy. Don't listen to that.
Garbage.
I don't know. I don't want to. Moshe, hear what I'm saying? I don't. It's not. It's a light of light. People can have confusion, have certain. They need our light. Trust me. Klal Yisrael has the MS, and Klal Yisrael's job is meant to be a light to the nations. But to just say everybody, why do we go to Golus? To pick up Gerim, Reb Nachman says, is because there's truths by the Goyim, and we pick up those truths. There's some things that to say it's all garbage. We don't look at it. It's not how we look at it. Why? Hashem's not laughing at the whole world. It's not like a mockery. They're human beings. It's not. No, Maish. I don't think not right. Levi, am I saying anything so good? I think some youngsters get confused by this. I know. I hear what you're saying. It's not even a problem. The Rebbe's light, but there's light. There's a world of light, and I hear what you're saying because he's trying to moon that sun. So I don't care the extreme focus and the belief. That's for sure, but there's light. There's space for light. There's a palga where there's no space for other light. This is what I wanted to share this with the Chaver. Nobody's mishubah to my pshat. I would be mamish this palga. I'm saying what I understand this Gemara. This is the way right now I understand this Gemara. Is Gabe still here?
Yeah. Hey.
Where's Gabe?
Right there. Wait a minute.
Shloima left already. Where's Shloima? The Chebra played baseball today?
Yeah.
Who won? David, did you win? David block one. I'm thankful. What score did you win? A 3-run homer to win it? Akiva, you came in so modest. He came in, I want Menachem come up and sing, bring the guitar. Menachem sing, 1 second. Menachem's going to sing for the Hebra, 1 second. Menachem, bring your guitar, I want you to sing. Yes. Let's do it soon, because I want to get some music. Let's do it soon. First one, Hebra. What?
I don't think Harry Mandel ever heard Have a Nosy Name.
I'm going to call up Gabe in a minute.
Hey. Hey, Harry.
Akiva, you hit 3-run homer to win it. He came in before Menachem's song. Shloima.
Oh my God. I threw the pitch, by the way.
A couple of things. Akiva Brummer came in here all modest. He didn't tell us he hit a 3-run homer, a walk-off homer. Congrats, Akiva. Tonight, Chevra, 8:30 tonight will be 8:30 tonight is a concert Fabrengen Matziv. You don't want to miss it. Chaim and Shlomo Guri. I want to express the closeness of the two brothers, the mutual respect. It's an honor. Yeah. To ever watch, let alone that they sing beautifully, to ever watch the two brothers sing together and perform together is a treat. 8:30, Kelly, tonight in the Beis Medrash, in the annex, right? Be there 8:30 tonight, Chaim and Shlomo. Well, okay. Chaim and Shlomo will be performing at 8:30 tonight in the annex. I want to ask, Ari's here. I don't want to be weird. Not to greet him with music would be weird. We're not being weird anymore, no more. What song do you feel you want to sing? Something that this man... I want to express... Menachem, there's tons to say about Menachem. His mother is going through a medical situation. She had a transplant. The loyalty of Menachem to his mama, in a minute, the amount of times he's run from here. Get a guy to drive 4 hours, not so easy. In a minute, he's dropped everything to be with his mother. What you have been there, the loyal son, is incredible, and I thank you, Menachem, for that example. He's going to play a song he wrote about his mama. If everybody please could give it respect. Shh. This is a song Menachem wrote about the situation he's presently in. The Chevra can give it.
So I wrote this song with Gabrielle Katz. We had a low part. We didn't have a low part. We don't really have a low part. It's very in the making. But I've kind of fiddled around with the high part to make it to work with it. So I'm gonna kind of just slowly go into the high part with it. I get close, not close enough. Oh, every time I line it up, it feels right, and then it goes. Feels like I missed something you would know. Get close, not close enough. Oh, every time I line it up, it feels right, and then it goes. Feels like I missed something you would know. Close enough. Oh, every time I line it up, it feels right, and then it goes. Feels like I missed something you would know.
Gabe, can you, Akiva, on behalf of Akiva, can you do the second new song? That was that would be sung more. Menachem, that was gorgeous.
I want to live, I want to fight. I'd give everything to feel alive. I want to laugh
and I want to cry. I need all the light that I have inside. So I'll keep on dreaming, I'll keep on singing, I'll keep believing without a reason. 'Cause I made a promise and I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep living long as I'm still breathing. Sometimes it hurts and you get burned. Oh, not everyone gets what they deserve. While I'm still here, alive on this earth, oh, I will live even when it hurts. So I'll keep on dreaming, I'll keep on singing, I'll keep believing without a reason. 'Cause I made a promise and I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I'll keep living long as I'm still breathing. Oh, even when it hurts like hell. Oh, I don't wanna be anywhere else. 'Cause this is my story to tell. So I'll keep on dreaming, I'll keep on singing, I'll keep believing without a reason. 'Cause I made a promise and I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I'll keep living long as I'm still breathing. Oh, I'll keep living long as I'm still breathing. Oh, I'll keep living long as I'm still breathing. 'Cause I made a promise and I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I'll keep living long as I'm still breathing. So I'll keep on dreaming, I'll keep on singing, I'll keep believing without a reason. 'Cause I made a promise and I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I'll keep living long as I'm still breathing.
How are you? Love it. Now, can you play Justin Bieber's Baby?
I want to welcome back.
I want to welcome the
I'm thankful that Nussin's back home. Shim's half the place looked at me by Nussin. Nussin is the name of Billy. Half the place turned around Nussin. Back home, back home. Ben, make sure he stays here. We have an award. Wow.
You know what I've been wondering,
throw it out,
Rob?
throw it out,
Rebbe,
throw it.
Does heaven know my name? I need to know. I'm just curious.
We have it, Ben. We have an award in yeshiva, the two peas in a pod. Like two guys, you see one, you see the other, like a crazy friendship. You're high up there. Avi Beitler and Gershon Pagra are high up on this list.
Love it.
Shimon Goldshine, Shimon and Michal. Shimon and Michal are very high up on there. But I must say, Ben and Nasser. What? Ben and Nasser. Not bad. Ben, we're going to run a loyalty test. Nasser, please go out for a minute. No, so I'll send Ben. Ben out. Ben, go out for a minute. Out. Ben, out of the room. Ben, out of the room for a minute.
Hey, he's listening by the window. No. No, other way. Rabbi, is this a
1 second.
No, he's right.
Ben, no, listen. Nassim, come close.
No, Ben's for sure cheating.
Nassim, question number one.
We get a shiver.
He's not going to hear. He's not listening.
For sure he is. The door's wide open.
Question one. Who's your favorite baseball team?
Shimon Goldstein.
Favorite baseball team?
Shimon Goldstein.
Rangers. Texas Rangers. Makes sense. Okay. Texas Rangers. Okay. One question. Daniel, do you have a question for any question?
Favorite singer.
Favorite singer.
What the heck is
Okay, it's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. It's an honesty.
No, you're like,
That's an honesty. That's an honesty. So Texas Rangers won. Okay.
No.
Are you a boarder or a skier?
Oh, very good question.
Skier. Okay. Skier, Texas Rangers. So far. Skier, Texas. What's your favorite sport?
Player watch.
What? So basketball, Rangers, skier. Michal, do you have a question for him?
You got every single one of them wrong.
Give us a song. Give us one song you really like. Forget favorite. A song like, if you're once driving somewhere, this is the song you'd play. Country music? Okay, country music. Okay. Please call Ben in. We have it. Oh, yeah, that's good. Ben, come, Ben. Ben, all the way to the front. Ben, let's go. Ben, sit down. Okay, question number one, Ben. Question number, we're going to start easy. A few questions. Famously, Nassim is a big baseball fan. What's his favorite baseball team? Team? Favorite baseball team is the
Rangers, even now.
Very good. 1 for 1. Okay, we get a little harder. We know in yeshiva, so far he's 1 for 1. We know in yeshiva that there are two groups that don't always get along. We're trying to make peace here, but they're the boarders and the skiers. To which group does Nassim Svi belong?
Well, Bill's booth at boarding, so I would say skiing.
2 for 2. Okay, this is the third one. He gets this. They're excellent roommates. This is the third one. And then we'll see this. How well do you know Nassim? Listen to this. Picture this. What's his trauma?
No, you didn't answer, did you?
Okay, now we don't want to say if Nassim is driving.
That would have been a great
Listen to
question.
this. Nassim's driving. His car of choice. What's your car of choice? Fancy car. What car do you like? What's your dream? What? Nassim, listen to this. Nassim's driving. Picture this. He's driving somewhere alone with his beautiful. What color? Porsche. What's that?
Green.
Pink. Yellow. Porsche. What color?
Blue, no matter. Blue.
Blue Porsche.
Blue Porsche.
Okay. Light blue or dark blue?
Dark blue.
Like this color. So he's driving in his Porsche, and he needs some music. This is for the win. He needs some.
What song am I putting on?
I want to know what genre of music he's putting on. Music. Think. He puts on. This is for the win.
Okay, it could be three.
What genre? He's in his Porsche, and he's in his Porsche, and he turns on music. What genre is he most likely to turn on? No saying. What type
It's either
of music?
country, hip hop,
What? Which one? We want an answer. His answer is country music. We got it right. Hug it out.
Brother Bill.
Tonight you have concert. You get Chaim and Shlomo. Where's Shlomo? Box seats. I'm gonna have you take them to Ricotta. They're also getting Ricotta on the house. What? Did you get what? What's he saying?
No. He doesn't want to say it. He takes it back. He wasn't thinking.
He's getting Ricotta.
No, Avi,
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Avi, I can leave the room.
You want me to leave the room? Just cause.
Wait, now Bill got to leave.
You're actually bad.
Let's do it. And here, Rabbi Kalish. I'm thinking Victor Regato. I'll pay for it. I'm thinking Regato.
You know who's high up there? You know who's high up there? David and Ray Russ are up there.
Okay. Gotta leave the room.
Alright, David, get out.
No, he can stay. He should stay.
Yeah, let's see.
He should stay. Hudi on the trip back, Hudi was describing to me how well Avi's doing in Imre. You just know.
Let's go!
I told him how well you're doing here and you're going there, so he told me how well Avi's doing there this morning. Thank you, Dubs. We're going to miss David. How are we going to manage, Heather?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's easy for you to smile, Maish. You'll be with him there in Eretz Yisrael. Where are you sending Maish next year, Dubs?
Whatever he decides.
To the gym.
Should we have like a vote? Should we just vote here and now, Maish?
We had a good idea.
Going counselor in the berry. Going counselor.
Maybe we should just vote. Let's at least see what the Chevra holds. We're going to have a vote here. Reb Fishers or Imre for Maish?
Oh, what about the beer, bro?
Remy,
Going counselor in the berry.
Could you do this?
Yo, who do whiskey?
One more song one more song by Gabe.
Wait, what about the phone?
Right, Russ, you hear this one?
Yo, bro, you really...
Googs, Akiva, check out the Avi, check out this one.
Freaking cooker.
Shattered glass. All I had is ash and dust. My haunted patch is surrounded by broken hearts. Oh, but I know I don't have to be whole. Oh, because I know I have a soul, and I'm human, so human, perfectly broken. I'm human, so human, beautifully broken. Everyone has flaws. We all have our faults. That doesn't make us weak. Don't mean we don't deserve to be loved. Oh, we don't have to be whole. Oh, because we know we all have a soul. We're human, so human, perfectly broken. We're human, so human, beautifully broken. We're rising from the ashes, rebuilding from the dust. It's okay to be human, we are enough. And we're human, so human, perfectly broken. We're human, so human, beautifully broken. We're human, so human, perfectly broken. We're human, so human, beautifully broken.
The 8:30, Rabbi say there'll be Ma'ariv about 8:15, 8:30 in the annex will be Chaim and Shlomo's concert. Have a great day. That's me. Maish. Let's sit right now. Rabbi.